Welcome back, friends. So I've always been worried to winterize with compressed air. I've always felt like if I get a small little bit of water in one of these connections right here, one of these little PEX connections, that when it freezes, it's going to crack that connection. And it's always concerned me, so that's why I've always winterized traditionally. I just don't feel like I'm going to get all of the water out of my system. So today, we're going to freeze some of these connections. We've got some brass ones and some poly ones. We're going to freeze them and see how they hold up. Stay tuned. Okay, let's start with a quick overview of your water system. So what you're going to find in your RV is a lot of this pipe called PEX. And this is cross-linked polyethylene. I think I'm saying that right. And so anyway, PEX is very durable, extremely durable. This stuff here, I've got the blue and I've got the red just for visuals. And but this stuff will hold up to cold very well. You can freeze this, it'll expand, it'll stretch. And it's really hard to beat. The concern that I have are these, the connectors there. And these two are poly, and then I'll show you we're also going to freeze two brass versions. See if I can get it to focus in there. There you go. You can see the brass versions. So that's what we're going to freeze today. We're going to fill them up. I've got these little marks right here if you can see them. Maybe. Not really. Anyway, I've got them marked to a certain level. My thought is, here's my way of thinking, and there's two trains of thoughts here. One train of thought is just leave your faucets open, and if a little bit of water gets stuck right here, it'll just expand up the sides of the pipe, okay? My thought is, once that water's here, the outside of the water is going to freeze first. It's going to lock it into this space, and then this will be the weak link that breaks when it expands, because when water expands, it is going to make room. It's a crazy amount of psi it exerts, but it's like 45,000 psi or something like that. But anyway, so something's going to give, and my concern is these connectors. So you have these connectors all over your RV. You probably very well have over 100 of them in your RV, maybe more than that. So let's test them out. Let's see how they do when they are frozen solid. Now, here's the deal. We're not going to put these under pressure because obviously if you winterize with air, you're going to leave the faucets open. You're not going to have any more water in here. So we're going to leave them non-pressurized and see what happens. Let's check it out. All right, we got our nice green water here. Let's fill our connectors up. Cool. Okay, so I'm not sure you can see it here, but I've marked the level, there you can see a little better, the level of the water inside each pipe. So let's see if the pipe will allow the water to expand or if it locks in and bursts that connector. Okay, into the freezer they go. This freezer is going to be around 0 degrees. Okay, here we go. I got the paper towel underneath. I've got all of them evenly angled, and the marks are correct on the levels. We'll see what we get. Okay, just pulled these from the freezer. I can say two things. One, we did not have any green spots on the paper towels out in the freezer, so that means nothing has leaked out there. And two, I was wrong. That was our level. There was our level. and we did expand outwards. So the very interesting about this is though, we can't see the blue ones very well, but the interesting thing about this one is it expanded on this side, but not this side. I have no clue why. That's just very odd to me. So you would think they would expand equally, but they did not. So I was completely wrong about that. That's why we do these things. I'm always interested. The curiosity is why we even do it. Here's our 2 brass right here. Here's our 2 poly right here. And we've got our white paper towel. We're going to let them thaw out and see if we got any leaks. Okay, here we are. Everything has thawed out. All the condensation's gone. Everything's at room temp. And no leaks. So you can see our levels here are back to where they were and it didn't lose any liquid. Let's talk about it. Okay, friends, so what have we learned here? So 2 things for me. One, I was wrong, completely wrong. I thought for sure that these would, the water levels would be locked in because the outside would freeze and lock to the sides of the pipe, and then that would force all of the pressure here, and then that would crack. But no problems at all. We don't have any leaks. Yeah, it held up just fine. And 2, I'm going to feel much more comfortable if I don't have any antifreeze blowing my lines out. I'll be much more comfortable doing it that way now. I'm still going to do it the traditional way. I just feel like it's for peace of mind. I'm still going to do it that way. But every once in a while, if I have to, I'll have much less of an issue at just blowing my lines out and making sure to leave those faucets open. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you're out there blowing your lines out, or if this is a question that you've had, I hope this helps you as well. Yeah, if it did, share the video. It really helps the channel out. And consider subscribing. Have a good one. You're going to hit me in the knuckle.